Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. And welcome to the Best Poses Everyday Practice Intermediate version. So there's going to be a little more difficult poses, a little bit more transitions, more vinyasas. You're always welcome to leave out the vinyasas when you need. This can be done any time of the day. It's those feel-good, best poses for you at any time. So enjoy the practice today. You definitely want to have a couple blocks ready and a wall space. We're going to be doing some handstand forearm balance practice, so have those ready. And then when you are ready, find your comfortable seat, and we'll start seated today. Once you found that comfortable seat, let the eyes close. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back. And just start to bring yourself into the room, onto your mat, and into your body. Connecting with your surroundings, acknowledging the sounds and smells around you, and just bringing yourself more into the present with every passing breath. And starting to cultivate that Ujjayi Pranayama, that slight constriction of the back of the throat, allowing your breath to become fuller and deeper with each round of breath. Setting an intention for your practice today. If there's an intention you've been working on, use that as your intention. If not, let your intention be to feel good. Letting all these poses feel good today. Pushing yourself to your limit without going too far, but having that pose feel good. When it stops feeling good, you know you've kind of gone too far. So letting this be the feel good intention today. Few more rounds of breath, letting that intention settle into your mind's eye. And bring your hands to your heart center. We'll set that intention as we start our practice with one Om. Take a big inhale. Releasing those hands to the thighs, let the eyes blink open. Continuing with that breath, inhale, takes those arms up. And as you exhale, hands behind the back, interlink the fingers. Inhale, shoulders roll back, chest lifts. And as you exhale, release it down. Inhale, takes those arms up. And as you exhale, rotate to the right. Big inhale, shoulders roll onto the back. And then exhale, rotate. Inhale, takes the arms up. And as you exhale, opposite side, left hand behind you. Inhale, shoulders roll back. And then exhale, rotate. Inhale, takes the arms up, gaze goes up. And as you exhale, hands behind the back, interlink the fingers. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, maybe the chin. And then exhale, release that down. As you inhale, roll forward. Coming onto those hands and knees, remove any padding. Have those blocks at the top in case you need them. And then setting yourself up for a few rounds of cat-cow. Spread those fingers wide. On your next inhale, let the belly drop. Shoulders roll back, gaze goes up. Exhale, press into the hands around the spine, chin to chest. Again, inhale, shoulders roll back, neck grows long. And as you exhale, press into the hands, round through that upper back. One last time. Inhale, shoulders roll back, belly grows heavy. And as you exhale, round, lengthen the tailbone toward the floor. Inhale, neck grows long. And as you exhale, straighten those legs, come to a nice high plank. So grounding down into those hands, pressing back into the heels, inner thighs spiral up. Tailbone lengthens down to engage that core. Look to the top of your mat. Breathing here, nice slow breaths, letting that heat build. Take one more big inhale here. And on your next exhale, press into the hands, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Nice big inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, takes the right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, drop the heel to the bum, open that hip. Inhale, lengthens you back out. Exhale, draw knee to nose. Pause there for an inhale. And then exhale, step the foot forward. Nice low lunge, back knee drops. As you inhale, take those arms up. As you exhale, drop in through the lower belly, lift the chest. As you inhale, right hand to right thigh. And then exhale, lean toward the right as you exhale. Big inhale brings both arms up. Exhale, left hand to the blocker floor. Big inhale, open the chest, draw the shoulder blades onto the back. One more big exhale here. Inhale, take those hands to the ground. And exhale, step it back, plank. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor. Point through the toes, point the hands back toward the toes. Inhale, rolls the shoulders back. Exhale, hover those feet. Draw the heels toward one another. Lift up through the chest a little bit more. Draw the chin back. One more big inhale. And exhale, release. Hands by the side. Engage the core, tuck the toes. Take a big inhale here. And then exhale, press it back, plank. Take an inhale. And exhale, downward dog. Big inhale here. Exhale fully. Inhale, takes that left leg, reach it to the sky. Exhale, drop the heel to the bum, open the hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose. Pause there for that inhale. And exhale, step the foot forward. Nice low lunge, back knee drops. As you inhale, lift the chest, reach the arms. Exhale, draw in through the lower belly. Inhale, left hand by the thigh. Exhale, lean toward the left. Inhale, takes those arms all the way back up. And exhale, right hand down to the blocker floor. Big inhale, open the chest. Lean it back as you exhale. One more big inhale here. And exhale, circle a hand to the floor. Inhale, steps you back, plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes. All the way to the floor. Hands stay where they are, ground through the toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, pause. Draw back into the elbows. Press down into the toes. Heart lifts. One more big inhale. And exhale, lower. Tuck the toes. Engage the core. Take a big inhale here. And then as you exhale, press back, plank. Take an inhale. And exhale, downward dog. Couple deep breaths. Pedal out through the feet if you need to. Shift the hips from side to side. Keep those arms nice and active. Lower belly drawn in. Neck grows nice and long. Side waist grows nice and long. One more big inhale. Exhale fully. Put a little bend into the knees as you inhale. Walk those hands back toward the feet. Once your feet are firmly on the ground, make sure they're hip distance apart and parallel, and then bend deeply into the knees. Let the head relax. Give your head a little nod, yes. A little shake, no. And then keeping those knees bent, bring the hands behind the back, interlink the fingers. Press the knuckles to the low back, draw the shoulder blades onto the back closer, and then exhale, start straightening those arms toward the ceiling. So getting a nice chest stretch here. Arms come overhead, keep bending into the knees. So sit back into that chair, let the head be heavy, arms come overhead. Exhale fully, maybe those legs start to straighten. Keep belly to thigh. One more big inhale. And then as you exhale, bend the knees, release those hands all the way to the floor. Inhale, lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, draw in through the lower belly. Lengthen the spine. Maybe hands come to hips, maybe they reach back behind you. Shoulder blades drawn to the back. One more big inhale. Exhale, hands to hips. As you inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. And exhale, pause. So from here, we're going to come to the top of our mat. Remind yourself of feeling good for your intentions. We'll do a few half sun salutations and then get into some handstands. So ground down into those feet. Exhale fully here. Inhale, takes the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, refold. Inhale, takes those arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale brings you up. Exhale, long spine, strong legs as you fold. Inhale, nice long spine. And exhale, refold over straight legs. Inhale takes you all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Hi, Leroy. Inhale takes you up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, refold. Press into those feet. Inhale, takes those arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. Go ahead, find some wall space. Pause me if you need to. You're going to find some wall space so that you're able to go from downward dog to handstand. So we're going to practice that. So you want to be able to kick up to the wall. If that's not for you, do what's best for you for handstand right now. So finding your wall space, ground down into those feet. Take an inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, kick it up from downward dog. Take a couple breaths here. And then exhale, see if you can pike those legs. Come down into downward facing dog. And again, big inhale. Exhale, kick it up. Breathing here. Pull into the lower belly, press down, big inhale here. Hard to do with a cat in your face. Exhale, pike it into downward dog. And one more time. Ground down into those hands. Bend the knees. Exhale, kick it up. Downward dog. Pike it. Down we go. Take a child's pose. Bring yourself away from the wall. Find child's pose here. And breathe. Give your cat a little cuddle. Couple deep breaths. One more big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, shifts the weight forward. Exhale, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Nice big breath. Inhale here. And exhale. Press into those hands just like you did at the wall. Bend the knees, look to those hands. Exhale, hop it up to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Keep the knees bent as you inhale, reach the arms. Coming into chair pose. So arms reach up, sit back into the back of your chair, draw that lower belly in. Squeeze the knees. See if you can wiggle those toes and keep a smile on your face. Remember, it feels good. One more big inhale. Stay to exhale. Inhale, hands to heart. As you exhale, take that left elbow to the right knee. Press down, ground down, open the chest. That left knee is going to want to squeak forward, drop back. Sit back into the hips. Rotate the chest, maybe look up. If you're there in your practice, maybe arms reach up and down. Keep the bind here. Breathing. One more big inhale. Stay to exhale. Inhale, looking down. As you exhale, find the weight into that right foot. Step the left foot back on your inhale. And then exhale, rotate. Breathing. Draw in through the lower belly. Lengthen that right hip back. Maybe go a bit deeper. Left hand down, right arm up. Two more breaths here. One more big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, hands back together if they're not already. Exhale, looking down. As you inhale, lift the chest, reach the arms, come to crescent. And pause here. Draw in through the lower belly, lengthen the tailbone, lift the chest. Maybe lean it back a bit. Inner thigh spirals back. One more big inhale. Stay to exhale. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, bring that back heel to the ground, coming into warrior one. Really square the chest. Press firmly into the outer edge of that back foot and really lift up through the lower belly. Lower belly lifts, tailbone drops. Front knee stacks right over that front ankle. And breathe. Maybe palms touch if your arms are okay. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, open it up front to back, warrior two. Nice full breaths here. Lengthen the tailbone. Find a little bit more weight into that back leg. Really try to open and draw that left hip back, and then gaze over those front fingers. Press firmly into the soles of the feet. Nice big breath. Exhale fully. Inhale, straightens that front leg. Exhale, extend that right side waist as far forward as you can. Hand comes down, shin blocker floor. Inhale, open the chest, draw the shoulder blades onto the back. Lengthen that tailbone towards your back heel. And then maybe gaze goes up. Hand will come behind you to the blocker floor. And keep drawing that right hip under. Slightly lean away from the top arm. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, bending into that right knee. Either elbow to thigh, hand to the block of the floor. Go to the inside so you really can draw that knee away. Draw the top hip back, lengthen the tailbone, and then take that top arm overhead. Opening up the chest here. Lengthen down through that tailbone. Lift up through the bottom arm. Full breaths. If you have a bind here, maybe going into the bind, top arm reaches behind, bottom arm under. But just make sure you're doing it because it feels good, not because you think you have to. Remember to lean into it. Draw the shoulders back. One more big inhale here. Exhale, release the bind if you're there. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, gaze looks down. Top hand, top hip. Shift the weight forward. Use a block if you need to. Inhale, takes that back leg, lift it to the ceiling. Standing leg strong. Stack the hips, open the chest. Maybe top arm reaches. Challenge the balance. Maybe start to look up. Keep lifting that back leg as high as you can. Open the chest. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, top hand comes down. Square the hips. Draw knee to knee for a moment. And then inhale, lengthen that leg back out. Plant the hands. Give yourself a couple handstand kicks. So ground down into those hands. Bend into the back knee and lift. Maybe again, lift a bit higher. And then maybe one time, maybe you nail it. And then step it back. Vinyasa. Shift the weight forward in your inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, shoulders draw back. And exhale, press it back. Nice big inhale. Long exhale. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, bend into those knees. Take an inhale. And exhale, hop it forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. And as you exhale, bend back into those knees. Inhale, takes those arms up. Lengthen them out. Sit back into the sit bones. Reach back. Draw those heels down. And then gaze forward. Arms reaching up, maybe shoulders and ears, elbows and ears in line. Remember to smile. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Press down, rotating to the left. Draw that left shoulder back. That right knee is going to want to squeak forward. Draw it back, and then lower those hips again. Getting into the twist as well as into the legs. Maybe look up to that top elbow. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, find your weight into that left leg. As you inhale, send the right foot back. Exhale, rotate a little deeper. Breathing here. Keep lifting up through that back inner thigh. Maybe take it a little deeper. Top arm reaches. Open through the chest. Full breaths, gaze goes up. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, brings yourself up, coming up to crescent. And exhale, pause. Draw in through the lower belly. Stack that front knee right over the front ankle, and then start to straighten that back leg. Gaze goes up. Maybe palms touch. One more big inhale here. Stay to exhale. Inhale, slowly taking that back heel, drop it to the ground. Really square the chest. Press into the outer edge of the back foot, coming into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Stacking front ankle right over that front knee. Maybe palms touch, gaze goes up. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Draw in through the lower belly. One more big inhale. Stay to exhale. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, open up front to back, Warrior Two. Front heel and arch in a line, front knee stacks right with that front ankle, drawing that front knee to the front pinky toe. Draw that right hip slightly back, lengthen the tailbone, and then reach through the arms while drawing those shoulders away from the ears. One more big inhale. Stay to exhale. Inhale, straightens that front leg. Exhale, reach and lengthen that left side waist as far as you can forward. And then exhale, hand comes down to shin blocker floor. Top arm reaches, draw the shoulder blades onto the back. Lengthen out again, and then hand comes behind the shin toward the block or the floor. Lengthen the tailbone to the back heel. Roll the shoulders back a little bit, gaze goes up to that top palm. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, bending into that front knee. Either elbow to thigh, hand to the block of the floor. Go to the inside. Open the chest, draw that right hip back, left hip under, and then take that top arm overhead. Full breaths. If you're here, maybe binding. Again, going to make sure it feels good to bind. Opening up through the chest. Draw the shoulders back. Maybe gaze up. One more big inhale. Stay to exhale. Inhale, unbind. Exhale, looking down. Top hand to top hip. As you inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, stack those hips. Back leg reaches, open the chest. Top arm reaches. Coming into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Challenge the balance, maybe start to look forward or up. Back leg super active. One more big inhale. Stay to exhale. Inhale, slowly top arm comes down. Exhale, square the hips, bring knee to knee. Inhale, takes that back leg, extend it back. Plant the hands, going into those handstand kicks. Take an inhale, bend into that bottom leg. Exhale, kick. Inhale, exhale, kick. One more time, inhale, exhale, kick. And then step it back, downward dog. Shift the weight forward, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, shoulders roll back. And exhale, press it back. Downward dog. Nice full inhale. Long exhale. One more big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look toward those hands. Exhale, hop, step, or walk, both feet forward. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, bend the knees, walk those feet out nice and wide, heels in, toes out, drop those hips, Malasana. So drawing those elbows into the knees, facing slightly sideways for you here, pressing down, lift the chest, and breathe. Now if your heels come up, you can always roll something under them, put them in so you can drop them down, or just come up a little bit higher, trying to work into those hips, keeping those heels on the ground. Couple breaths, more breaths here, maybe rock a little bit. This is really one of my favorite feel-good poses. I would do this every day. This and Happy Baby. Definitely my top two. One more big inhale here. Stay to exhale. Coming into Bakasana. Hands come forward, hands are shoulder width apart. Shift the weight forward. And then lift those hips. Bring your knees right into the backs of your arms. Shift the weight forward. Lift the chest, look forward, and then hover one leg. Maybe the other leg joins. Join the sides of the feet, lift the heels, spread through the toes, look forward. Maybe over time, arms straighten, round through the back, breathe. And then your choice, either step it down or maybe shoot it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift. And exhale, press it back. Nice full inhale. Nice long exhale. Inhale, look to your hands again. Exhale, hop those hands forward. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, bend the knees, make those feet hip distance apart. Hands come to your hips. Big inhale, lengthen it out. And then exhale, fold over those straight legs. Hands stay on your hips, shoulder blades draw back. Lift up through those elbows. Grabbing onto those hip bones. Nice full breath. Send those inner thighs back. Belly toward thighs. Top of head toward floor. Slowing that breath down. Exhale fully here. As you inhale, lengthen out, flat back. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, lengthen. And then as you exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back to plank. And then through that vinyasa. Shoulders roll back. And press it back. Taking a moment, come down to those knees. Pressing into those heels, sitting up. Take a moment here to think about if you want to continue working on handstands. We're going to do some inversions. So either continue working on handstand, either away from or next to the wall, or going into forearm balance. Again, either at the wall or away from the wall. So I'm going to show you a couple options for forearm balance. You can work with that one. Working with some type of inversion, maybe you're doing headstand or shoulder stand. Two that we've been working on is handstand. You can also do that with forearm balance. So you've been working with the wall. You can do the same thing on your forearms near the wall. So again, with forearm balance, making sure those shoulder and elbow are right underneath each other, and then your forearms want to be parallel, no matter where you are. So you're getting those arms stacked, making sure you're stacking bones. So if I'm going to the wall, grounding down, lift my hips, look to my hands, one leg reaches, kick those legs up. Maybe I use the wall, maybe I don't need the wall. Keep looking to the ground. Press into the elbows, grow long through the side waist, and breathe here. Spread through the toes. Keep drawing shoulders away from the ears. Keep engaging into those shoulders and arms. And then slowly, when you're ready, coming down. Taking a child's pose. Resting for a couple breaths. And then maybe giving it another try. Taking a few breaths here. And then give it one more try, whatever you're working toward. Maybe freestanding without the wall. But be careful, making sure you're not going to fall over. And if you do fall over, you have space around you. Falling with fun, making sure it feels good. So you're not going to crash into anything. Take one more attempt. I'm going to do one more handstand attempt here toward the wall. Ground down, lift those hips, and kick wherever you are. And breathe. Spread through those toes, press through the hands, lengthen the tail. And exhale fully here. Inhale, take those arms, reach them forward. And exhale, shift the weight forward, lowering all the way down to your belly. And once you're on your belly, ground through the toes. Reach those hands back toward your toes. And then inhale, shoulders roll back. Exhale, hover the feet. See if you can interlink the fingers. Roll the shoulders back. Lengthen those hands toward your feet. Draw the heels toward one another, chin draws back. We're into shark pose, variation of locust. One more big inhale. And exhale, release it down. Hands by the side, tuck the toes. Press down, and then press back downward facing dog. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. So we're going into a quad stretch, kind of like a half frog pose. If this is going to be too much for your low back, roll to your side and stretch your quadriceps on your side. So we're going to start with our right leg. Bring your hands into the Sphinx pose. So shoulders are slightly in front of the shoulders. So you can draw those shoulders back. Lengthen the left toes down, bend the right knee. Roll over, draw that left elbow slightly out, and then roll to the side, reach back for that foot. And then slowly, hand goes to the top of the foot, and start drawing that heel towards your bum. Roll the shoulders back, press into that left hand. Breathe, lengthen the tailbone, ground down into that left foot. Breathe. 2 more breaths. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, release the leg. Exhale, hands to the floor, forehead to your hands. Take a moment, shake the hips. Exhale fully. Opposite side. Bring those hands back underneath, or elbows and back underneath. Heart comes forward, shoulders draw back, and then taking that right elbow, bring it slightly out to the side, and then bend the left knee. Reach back for the left foot, either drawing heel to bum or maybe taking the hand to the top of the foot. Draw the shoulders back and start drawing that heel toward the bum. Press in with that right elbow. Draw the shoulders back, neck grows long. Full breaths here. One more big inhale. Stay to exhale. Inhale, release the leg. Exhale, hands to the floor, forehead to your hands, rock those hips. One more big inhale here. Stay to exhale. Inhale, brings those hands by the side. Exhale, tuck the toes. Engage through the core. And as you inhale, press back plank. Take an inhale and exhale, downward dog. Take a moment here. Breathe, pedal out through the feet. And then coming into hands and knees. Bring those knees to the floor and then sit back on those heels. If you have sensitive knees, maybe get a blanket or roll your mat a couple times. I definitely have sensitive knees. So taking a blanket, coming up onto those knees. Knees are right in line with your hip bones. Toes tucked under. For those that are a little bit more open in the back, maybe toes go flat. Doing camel pose. Lengthen the tailbone. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chin slightly. Press the hips forward, engage through the quads, engage through the glutes, and then roll those shoulders back. Gaze looks up. And just breathe right here. Draw the shoulder blades on the back. If you have a deeper practice, you can go there all 3 times. Breathing. One more big inhale here. Stay to exhale. Inhale, slowly engage the core, shift the hips back. And exhale, flatten the toes, sit back on those heels. And again, if you can't quite sit on your heels, you can always sit on a block. Each time we're gonna go a little deeper into our hero's pose. Exhale fully here. Go ahead and draw yourself back up. Ground down into those knees, tuck the toes, lift the hips, hands on your backs, roll the shoulders back, lengthen the tailbone, pull the lower belly in, shift and roll the chest back. Lift the chin, maybe reach back for those heels. Again, engage the core, lengthen the tailbone, roll the shoulder blades back, press those hips to the front of your mat. Chin is lifted, neck's nice and long. 2 more breaths. Exhale fully. As you inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, shift the hips back. Point through those toes. See if you can bring the knees together and sit down between those heels. And again, if that's not going to happen, sit on your heels, sit on a block. Take a moment. Last round. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, round down into those knees. Maybe toes go flat, or you keep them tucked under. Shoulders roll back. Hands onto the low back. Inhale, lifts the chest. Exhale, lengthen the tailbone, pull into the lower belly, hips shift forward. Neck nice and long. Maybe hands reach down to those ankles. Press the hips forward, roll the shoulder blades onto the back. Neck grows nice and long. Full breaths here. Keep engaging in the quads. One more big inhale. Stay to exhale. Inhale, hands to the low back. Exhale, hips draw back. Point through the toes. Draw those knees together and sit back between the heels. Take a moment here. Shoulder blades draw onto the back. One more big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, go to release and remove any padding. Release your mat. Ground the hands, and then your choice, vinyasa or straight to downward dog. Breath and movement match. Nice and smooth. Big inhale here. And exhale. Look to the middle of your mat. Hop, step, or walk both feet there. And then come to seated. Taking those legs, bringing them out. Shift your weight back. Bring a block along with you here, maybe even two. We're going to do wheel into supported bridge. So growing down. Remove any ponytail holders so your head can be flat on the ground. And then bring those feet parallel. We'll start with a bridge pose. Reach to the hands, press through the heels. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, draw those shoulder blades onto the back. See if you can interlink the hands, press those pinky edges down, and then keep drawing those shoulder blades together. Squeezing the knees toward one another, lengthen the tailbone, draw in through the lower belly. Shins press to the front of the mat. Chin slightly lifts. Full breaths. One more big inhale. Stay to exhale. Inhale, unwind those shoulders. Exhale, slowly lower the hips. Let the knees knock in, feet are apart distance of your mat. Take a moment here. Repeating that 2 more times. If you have full wheel practice and you're comfortable, going into that. Staying with me, we'll do a little different variation of bridge. Ground down through those heels. Lengthen the hands down, press in, inhale, lifts the hips. And then just as you exhale, bend the elbows. Draw those shoulder blades closer onto the back. Press into the elbows. Try to lift those hips up to the hands. Draw the knees in, lengthen the tailbone. Chin slightly lifts. Full breaths. Keep pressing down into those heels. One more big inhale. Stay as you exhale. Inhale, unwind the shoulders. Exhale, lower the hips. Draw the knees in, feet apart. Take a moment here. One final time. Bring that intention back to mind of feeling good. And we'll go one more time. Ground down through those feet. Lengthen the tailbone. Maybe full wheel if it's in your practice. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, lifts the chest. Exhale, lengthen the tailbone. Draw the knees toward one another. If you're in full wheel, chest draws toward the top of your mat. Nice long neck. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly lowering down. Exhale. Knees knock in, feet are apart. Take a moment here. And then drawing those knees into the chest finally, give them a little squeeze. Rock a little bit from side to side. Lengthen the tailbone. And then going into shoulder stand here, if you have a full shoulder stand practice, be safe. Go as far as you need to, maybe using the wall. I'm going to use the block today. So with the block, normally I use this mid-level. I'm going to go up to a higher level today. You can always go where you need to. So press into those heels, lift the hips, bringing that block into your low back. So not in your low back, sorry, your sacrum, not your low back. And lengthen that tailbone. So you might notice you're feeling a little bit more open here. You have some freedom in the hips from our back bends. And then draw those shoulder blades onto the back. Breathe here. Sometimes I notice that I need a couple extra because these aren't as thick as I'd like them to be. So I sometimes use 2 blocks underneath just to give me a little bit more stability. So ground through here. And then when you're ready, bend those knees and extend those legs up to the ceiling. Spread through the toes. Draw the chin slightly toward the chest. And then gaze to the toes. Supported shoulder stand. Full breaths here. Ujjayi breath is big and full. Lower belly is drawn in. Gaze is up at the big toes, or maybe your eyes are closed. And that gaze of your eyes goes toward your forehead or your third eye. Five more full breaths here. One more big inhale. Stay to exhale. Inhale, slowly bend those knees. Exhale, slowly lower the feet. Pause there if you're on the block. Unwind the shoulders, just notice the sensations in the lower body. And then when you're ready, pressing into those toes, lift the hips. Draw that block out from underneath. And then lower those hips to the ground. Make the feet as wide as your mat. Bring your arms by your side like a cactus. And then rock those knees from side to side. Coming into windshield wiper legs. Just breathe here a few breaths. Rocking those knees. Pausing where you need to. Releasing through the lower back. And then exhale fully. Come to center. Take that right leg, cross it over the left. And then hug those knees into the chest. Coming into reclined Gomukhasana, Supta Gomukhasana. Grabbing onto the pinky edges if you can. Once you do, keep the knees drawing toward the chest. A lot of times people want to grab their feet, but their knees go up and there's not much of a stretch in the hip. So you want to draw those knees to your chest. Keep the feet wide and higher than your knees. Draw those feet toward the outer edges of your mat. Lengthen the tailbone. So you're going to have a great stretch there in your right hip. Breathe. Try to relax the shoulders. Slowing down our practice. Slowing down our breath. Again, having it feel good. Sticking with that intention of this stretch feeling good. Exhale fully here. As you inhale, go ahead and release the legs. Exhale, bring the left foot to the floor, but keep that right leg crossed over. Shift the hips toward the right, and then see if you can bring your legs into eagle legs so that toe tucks under the bottom one. And then start to roll your knees toward the left. So you're going to use that left leg to press into the right leg, getting a nice stretch along the hip, but also then getting a nice stretch into the upper back. Lower belly draws in, tailbone lengthens to the heels. And then if you're okay in the neck, look over your right shoulder. And I like to press into that right or left elbow And then draw that left shoulder away so that my shoulder blades can contact the ground equally. That may mean my knees rise up for a moment, but then as I breathe, I can let those knees drop a little bit more. Exhale fully. Engage through the belly. Inhale, draw those knees up. And exhale, unwind those legs. Come back to center, pause here. And then other side. Take that left leg, cross it over the right. Draw the knees into the chest, and then spread those heels away from one another, keeping the feet above the knees. And then maybe grabbing onto the pinky edges, relax the shoulders, and then lengthen that tailbone down. Keep drawing the knees into the chest, full breaths here, getting into the hips. Let that breath be full. Let the belly and chest rise with each breath, and then empty with each exhale. Exhale fully. Inhale, release those legs. And then exhale, place the right foot on the floor. Shift the hips over to the left to begin. And then see if you can tuck that left toe around the right calf. And then arms are wide. Let yourself draw those knees toward the right. Trying to stack the hips. Draw the lower belly in. Press down into the shoulder blades equally. And then looking over that left shoulder. Big full breaths again. Feeling the stretch all the way from the mid to upper back into the outer hip of that left side. Two more breaths. Exhale fully. Engage the core. Inhale, draw the knee up. Exhale, unwind those legs. Come back to center. Pause here for a moment. And then draw those knees in. Make the knees nice and wide. Flex through the feet. Grabbing onto the pinky edges once again and draw those knees down. Draw the shoulders down, knees down. Resist the hands with the feet. And feet pressing into those hands. Lengthen the tailbone. Pause here just in child's pose, in happy baby. My second favorite pose. Breathe here. Maybe even press those elbows out into the shins like you would in Malasana, getting a little wider in the hips. And then start to rock from side to side. Few deep breaths here. If you're feeling okay in the hamstrings, maybe straightening a leg out to the side. And then maybe the other one. And then maybe both. Breathing. Couple more breaths here. And then go ahead and release those legs. Give them a little shake up at the ceiling. And then slowly bring the soles of the feet to the ground. Extending those legs out. Let the legs take up a little bit more space today than normal. Tuck the shoulder blades onto the back. Let the arms come by the side. Chin slightly lifted. Getting out any little wiggles, supporting yourself if you need. Putting a blanket under your knees. Again, feeling good here in Shavasana. And wherever you are in your breathing cycle, exhale fully. Take a slow inhale. Fill the belly. Fill the chest. Hold the breath at the top. And then sigh it out. 2 more times. Inhale, draw as much air as you can into the belly, into the ribs. Hold it in. And sigh it out the mouth. 1 final time. Inhale the biggest breath that you can. Once you've filled the lungs, take a little extra sip of air. Hold it in a little longer. And sigh it out. As you sigh it out, let your breathing return to normal. No more ujjayi breath. Release any tension that you're still holding on to. Let go of any thoughts that are distracting. Let yourself just lie here for a few moments, taking rest mentally and physically in Shavasana. If you have a few more moments to lay here, please do. Otherwise, bring some movement into the fingers and toes as you start to deepen your breath. And then on your next breath, reach your arms back behind your head, slide your feet together, give yourself a nice long stretch from head to toe. And then slowly bending into the knees. Draw the knees of the chest, giving them one final hug here. Rocking around a little bit from side to side, massaging into the lower back. And then when you're ready, using your arm as a pillow, roll over to your favorite side. Stay here for a moment, checking in, scanning over the body. Just noticing any subtle shifts or changes from the beginning of practice till now. And then when you're ready, mindfully pressing yourself up. Coming all the way back to a comfortable seat. And once you found that comfortable seat, allow the eyes to close once again. Bring your hands to your heart center. Bring yourself into the room, onto your mat, and into your body. Connecting with that intention to feel good, and allowing that intention to settle over your body and help you once you step off your mat, making each moment you live feel even better. We'll seal all that in as we close this practice with one Om. Take a big inhale. Om. bowing your head slightly. And taking a moment before you step off your mat today, think of one thing in your life that you truly are grateful for. And then ask yourself if there's any way you could make that better in your life. See that happening in your mind's eye as you raise your head with a smile. Thanks for tuning in today. Drink lots of water, eat your veggies, wear a sunblock, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.